Okay, you guys know the drill. The microphone is in the center aisle down here in the front.
They're gonna say go?
All right. Admitted to the Union, December 7th, 1787, the first state, Delaware.
Hello from Delaware, the first state. But you don't have to be first just to be great. New York takes first in horse racing, but Delaware Park won't disappoint. And New Jersey claims the beach resort town idea, but Delaware beaches have the sand and the sunshine you desire. Virginia earned the distinction of first American settlements, but Newcastle has the same old-time history and charm. And Florida's first in NASCAR racetracks with Daytona, but our Monster Mile is so popular, Delaware hosts 2 award-winning events annually. And Nevada may be first in casinos, but you can still get lucky at Dover Downs. Not to mention the president has resided in our great state for 67 years. Come visit us sometime.
Admitted to the Union, December 12th, 1787, the Keystone State, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is here to represent the 17,500 soldiers and airmen and nearly 800,000 veterans. From continued deployments, disaster relief, and all the nation's call, PA is ready. We're home of the historic 28th Infantry Division, 213th Regimental Support Group, and the 111th, 171st, and 193rd Air Wings. It's also the first state to successfully pass into law the Military Family Education Program, extending state college tuition benefits for 10 full semesters to spouses and children. Some cool facts about PA. The first baseball stadium was built in Pittsburgh in 1909. The chocolate capital of the U.S. is Hershey, Pennsylvania. And for one season in 1943, the Philadelphia Eagles and Pittsburgh Steelers merged to form the Steagles due to the loss of many players during World War II. Please join us in the Luxor Suite with the great state of Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and Alabama. The real reason you're here is to get those blinky cups, so we'll see you there. Pennsylvania's in the house.
Admitted to the Union, December 18th, 1787, the Garden State, New Jersey.
Yes, we are the Garden State. We grow tomatoes, cranberries, and corn on the cob. We manufacture Campbell's soup, saltwater taffy, and M&M's candies. In the Meadowlands, we're the landlord for the pro football team, Giants and Jets. Hopefully this year they start paying their rent. And in the immortal words of the godfather of waste management, Tony Soprano, who, after eating a whole pepperoni pizza, said, "Leave the crust, but take the cannolis." Word to live by. Ladies and gentlemen, from the men and women of the New Jersey National Guard, have a great conference.
Admitted to the Union, January 2nd, 1788, the Empire State of the South, Georgia.
Listen up, folks. Let me tell you a thing about a great state that can do all things. A state well known for God's good chicken. Chick-fil-A, that is, and boy, is it kicking. So taste the taste and grab a Coke. All the other soft drinks are just a joke.
Pepsi is whack, and that's a fact. If you're drinking in Georgia, you may get slapped. It's soda, not pop, because that's the rules. If you don't like sweet tea, then you're not cool.
Land of the free and home to the Braves. Not to brag, but we have it made. The Hawks can ball. I know you've seen them play. You can come and visit, and maybe you'll stay.
When the nation needed help, who did they call? The only state that's above them all. From the capital to the border, back to the beach. Everybody knows the bulldog that run these streets.
We have 40 delegates in attendance today. If y'all can hear us, shout out, hey!
Admitted to the Union, January 9th, 1788, the Constitution State, Connecticut.
Hi, I'm from the Connecticut Air National Guard, and it's hard to follow those guys, am I right? So Connecticut is known as the nutmeg state, even though no one knows what a nutmeg tree looks like. We're the third smallest state. The southern part of the state is the most well-known. It's where all the rich people are and the touristy beaches are. We also have Yale University, and it's where all the New York City people go to get better pizza. We're home to the creators of the wiffle ball, and they still have a factory there. We're also the inventors of the hot lobster roll. And this is a fun fact my dentist told me, that we have the most trees per acreage out of any state. But don't tell Alaska that, because I'm pretty sure it's not true. But and finally, the reason that we have some guys throwing Pez at you guys is because we're home to the Pez factory. That's it.
Admitted to the Union February 6, 1788, the Bay State, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, the nation's first, December 16th, 1636. Massachusetts, birthplace of Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, Captain America's Chris Evans, Amy Poehler, Betty Davis, Paula Cole, Donna Summer, James Taylor, the National Guard, and JFK. Massachusetts, where we run on coffee from Dunks, we take our tea in the harbor, and we eat lobster rolls and chowder when we visit the vineyard. Massachusetts, where the best seats at Fenway are on the Green Monster when you catch a wicked awesome Sox game. Massachusetts, we hit the Packy before we head to the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Massachusetts, where we drink water from a bubbler and we grab a frap when we're thirsty, but put your trash in the barrel. Massachusetts, Tanglewood, the Berkshires to Boston, the Cape to the Pike to 128. Always ready, always there, from the shot heard round the world to the current COVID-19 domestic and federal missions around the world. Massachusetts is here, the nation's first.
Admitted to the Union April 28, 1788, the Old Line State, Maryland.
On behalf of Major General Gowan, our 60 attendees, and 19 delegates, Maryland is in the house. Maryland has long-lasting achievements for our nation. We're the home of the Star-Spangled Banner, where Francis Scott Key wrote our national anthem. And we host a station where Harriet Tubman created the Underground Railroad for freedom. Baltimore's Ellis Island, Locust Point, is the port where millions of European immigrants landed to make the Rust Belt their home or continue west on the B&O Railroad. Annapolis was once the nation's capital and is home to our third best military academy. We love our sports teams, but not as much as we hate the Steelers. Old Bay, it goes on anything. Under Armour goes under everything. From the Allegheny Mountains, the Baltimore-Washington Metro, and the beaches of the Eastern Shore, Maryland has produced some of our country's greatest men and women. We gave the world David Hasselhoff. Only this and nothing more.
Admitted to the Union May 23rd, 1788, the Palmetto State, South Carolina.
All right, Tom, 1 minute using the letters of South Carolina. 13 awesome things about the Palmetto State, beginning with the letter S.
The Swamp Fox, Francis Marion, Revolutionary War hero.
O.
The Ocean, Hilton Head, Myrtle Beach.
U.
Our UFO Welcome Center, first class.
T.
T, that's right, sweet tea.
H.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
C.
Clemson football.
A.
Alabama football losing to Clemson football.
R.
The Carolina Reaper, hottest pepper in the world.
O.
Oh my God, there's Bill Murray. Bill Murray lives in South Carolina.
L.
Lynx, the birthplace of American golf.
I.
I love my wife. She was born and raised in South Carolina.
N.
Our wonderful National Guard, soldiers and airmen.
And A.
Ass-kicking chicken.
Go Gamecocks!
Admitted to the Union June 21st, 1788, the Granite State, New Hampshire.
You know, we're so lucky. I love New Hampshire. Think about all the great things we have. Lobster?
Maine has lobster.
Yeah, but we do. Come on.
But we do it better.
All right, what about the best real maple syrup?
Vermont has maple syrup, but we do it better.
Okay, all right. All our beaches, the ocean state. I mean...
Rhode Island? But we do it better.
Okay, I mean all of our sports teams. Red Sox, Patriots.
Bruins, Celtics. We technically own them.
Okay, all right, but we have chocolate and live free or die.
Live free or die!
Admitted to the Union June 25th, 1788, Old Dominion, the Commonwealth of Virginia.
On behalf of the greatest tag in the land, Major General Timothy Williams, and our delegation, the great Commonwealth of Virginia is proud to be here at NGAUS 2021. We're here to remind everyone that Virginia is for lovers, and if you know anything about what's in Virginia, you know it's for the lovers of the mighty United States Armed Forces. Nevada's General Barry mentioned the 300 years of National Guard tradition. However, we are here to remind you that Virginia's National Guard has been at this for 414 years when the Jamestown settlers landed in 1607. We are already drinking age by this 1636 date that Massachusetts claims. So you're welcome, America, and you're welcome to come see us anytime.
Admitted to the Union July 26, 1788, the Empire State, New York.
New York, Empire State, home of the Empire State Building, Niagara Falls, and 5 former U.S. presidents. Our great state is known for many things, not the least of which is the strength and agility of our Air and Army Guard forces, the professionalism, dedication, and the heart of the soldiers and airmen that fill its ranks. New York has a lot to be proud of. We confront an ever-changing operational environment. Our soldiers, airmen, continue to carry the fight to the enemy in the Middle East, the Horn of Africa, and Guantanamo Bay. We have partnerships in South Africa and Brazil, and are fulfilling the demands of the myriad of state civil support missions, supporting scientific missions in Greenland and Antarctica, and protecting the skies of the Northeast. All in all, we are on 4 of the 7 continents, Africa, Antarctica, North America, and South America. From sand to snow and pole to pole, our service members and families are the very embodiment of all that is great about New York. New York military forces, always ready, always proud.
Admitted to the Union November 21st, 1789, the Tar Heel State, North Carolina.
North Carolina, home of Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, and Asheville in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Home of UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, and the mighty Duke Blue Devils. Flying United States Air Force C-17s, AH-64 Apache helicopters with the Brigade Combat Team. The Old North State, North Carolina.
Admitted to the Union May 29th, 1790, the Ocean State, Rhode Island.
Great afternoon, everyone. I'm here to represent the great state of Rhode Island, which is the smallest state in the U.S. They put us all the way in the back. I do not know if it's strategically or purposely or just trying to drive a point. When I tell people that I'm from Rhode Island, they ask, what's that? Who's that? Is that an island? Is that a food? So I've been walking around with a map trying to show them what Rhode Island is about. And when I pull up my New England Patriots jerseys and those 6 Super Bowl rings, then people know what I'm about. We are a small state with a big heart. Love this conference. Happy to be here. Here's Rhode Island.
Admitted to the Union March 4th, 1791, the Green Mountain State, Vermont.
Vermont, known as the Green Mountain State, is the only New England state not touching the Atlantic Ocean and second least populated state in America. Vermont was at various times claimed by both New Hampshire and New York. And of course, we have Senator Sanders. Thank you.
Admitted to the Union June 1st, 1792, the Bluegrass State, the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Good afternoon, Kentucky, home of beautiful people like Jennifer Lawrence, George Clooney, Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise, and Muhammad Ali. Beautifully fast horses at the Derby, Churchill Downs, and Cleveland Raceway. Beautiful bourbon with 73 distilleries in the state. And since we're in Vegas, home of bicycle playing cards, the 90% producer of all playing cards in Vegas. From C-130 Hercules to HIMARS to Blackhawks to battle-ready infantrymen, from paladins to military police, chemical experts, signaliers and engineers, the representative of Kentucky's 123rd Air Wing, 138th Artillery Brigade, 63rd Aviation Brigade, 149th Maneuver Enhanced Brigade, and our own troop command, and the rest of Kentucky National Guard are in the house.
Admitted to the Union June 1st, 1796, the volunteer state, Tennessee.
Mr. President, I could start the introduction of Tennessee by regaling you with a number of the domestic and overseas missions that we performed this past year. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. I could tell you about the lessons learned we've accrued. For instance, if your buddy is $23.3 trillion in debt and ask if he can pay you back later, just say no. I could tell you how Tennessee's Sergeant Lucan won the National Guard Soldier of the Year. Instead, I'll brag about the fact that ever since Tennessee answered the rally cry in 1848 for 2,000 men with 30,000 men, the volunteer state has led the way and solidified a 250-year tradition of volunteerism. We are proud to have held the first state conference in 2021 and led the way here to Las Vegas with 49 delegates and the second largest attendees. Mr. President, Tennessee volunteers stand tall and we are in the house.
Admitted to the Union March 1st, 1803, the Buckeye state, Ohio.
All right, Ohio, the Buckeye state. So Buckeyes are poisonous, but not the ones we were passing out, so you can go and eat those. All right, pause for laughs. Okay, Ohio is the home of 18 halls of fame to include the Rock and Roll and Football Hall of Fame. We house the world's largest cuckoo clock in Sugar Creek, Ohio, also known as Little Switzerland. Twinsburg, Ohio hosts the annual Twins Festival due to having the highest twins rate per capita. We single-handedly created the EPA after the Cuyahoga River caught fire not once, not twice, but 13 times. So 13 times the charm, I guess. Ohio is the birthplace of aviation, along with Neil Armstrong and 7 U.S. presidents. Columbus, Ohio is the location of the 144th Congress Conference, and of course, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, who have beat Michigan 8 years in a row and counting. My last 10 seconds. We don't give a dang for the whole state of Michigan, the whole state of Michigan, the whole state of Michigan. We don't give a dang for the whole state of Michigan. All right, thank you. OH.
Admitted to the Union April 30th, 1812, the Pelican state, Louisiana.
Let's do this. Madam Secretary, Louisiana National Guard, 16 delegates and 19 attendees were honored to attend the 143rd NGAUS Convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. The past 2 years have been the busiest in Louisiana National Guard history. Major General Waddell is leading our team preparing to respond to Hurricane Ida along the Gulf Coast. The COVID task force is helping daily across the state, and multiple major units continue operational deployments. In Louisiana, we protect what matters. Now for fun facts. Baton Rouge was the site of an important battle during the American Revolution, the only one that happened outside the original 13 colonies. The decisive victory ended British hold of the Mississippi River. Did you know in 1910, a bill supported by President Roosevelt was proposed to release hippos, that's right, into the Louisiana Bayou, both as a way to clear out invasive river plants and solve a critical shortage of meat. They praise hippo meat as saying they taste like cow bacon. In Louisiana, we'll cook anything in roux, and you'll love it. Alonzo Bon Temps Roulette in Vegas, baby!
Admitted to the Union December 11th, 1816, the Hoosier State, Indiana.
The Indiana National Guard began in November 1811 with the Battle of Tippecanoe, which kicked off the War of 1812, then served in the Mexican War and Civil War with distinction. World War I became the creation of the 38th Infantry Division. We knew after we survived a cyclone at Camp Shelby, the Germans were in big trouble. In 1921, we started the Indiana Air Guard. Call us early adopters. In World War II, we would be given the nicknames the Avengers of the Baton, and we would send the Indiana Rangers to Vietnam, where they were highly decorated. Then came the Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan multiple times. Hoosiers were there. Enough about our glory past of volunteerism. What do you need for today's fight? We have it. 2 Air Guard wings, 1 infantry division with artillery, intel, signal, engineers, aviation, and cavalry. We have cyber, MP, special forces, SFAB, CST, and SURF-P. We've got you covered. A healthy mix of a small town values and battlefield experience. Always ready and always there. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of those in attendance and thousands of guardsmen around the world, I present to you the Indiana National Guard.
Admitted to the Union December 10th, 1817, the Magnolia State,
I was told-
Mississippi.
I was told it's going to make or break my career, so no pressure, right? All right, so our great state's name is derived from the Mississippi River, meaning big river, and it's a great way to count seconds if you've heard already. If you like music and entertainment, we got it. Oprah Winfrey, Britney Spears, Jimmy Buffett, and Elvis Presley are all from Mississippi. Let's not forget about the blues, B.B. King, Howlin' Wolf, John Lee Hooker, and Little Freddie King. Well-known Mississippians in the Football Hall of Fame include Brett Favre, Walter Payton, and Jerry Rice. Sorry, Tennessee, but we needed at least one World Series, Hail State. Alabama, Arkansas, and Texas give a helping hand, but Mississippi is the catfish capital of the world, producing over 50% of America's farm-raised catfish. The Mississippi National Guard, over 10,000 strong to include various training installations. Camp Shelby is one of the largest National Guard training installations, covering 136,000 acres. If you name it, we have it and are ready for any mission. Last but not least, our very own tag, Major General Bowles, is running for Naugus chair, so don't forget to cast your vote.
Admitted to the Union December 3rd, 1818, the Prairie State, Illinois.
Madam President, we are Illinois, place of the best corn in the Midwest, home to the University of Illinois, the Fighting Illini, home of the first skyscraper, Ferris wheel, deep dish pizza, McDonald's, the Zipper, the vacuum cleaner, and the first softball game. Not to mention the Bears, the Bulls, the Blackhawks, the Cubs, the White Sox, world-class museums and attractions. Illinois, the only state in the union with no budget, but the politicians still get paid. Come check us out at the Delano Tower, 62903. We have the coldest drinks, the hottest hot dogs, the best-looking bartenders, and the coldest drinks. Madam, 69 delegates are in the house, including our friends from Poland.
Admitted to the Union December 14th, 1819, the Heart of Dixie, Alabama.
Greetings from the great state of Alabama. Most of you have no idea how much Alabama's done for you. We've given you Octavia Spencer, Courtney Cox, Channing Tatum, Hank Aaron, Carl Lewis, Jesse Owens, Mia Hamm, Bo Jackson, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith, Nat King Cole, Lionel Richie, Hank Williams Sr., Emmylou Harris, Harper Lee, Rosa Parks, Helen Keller, Tim Cook, and Condoleezza Rice. We've given you the most beautiful sugar white sand beaches in the country. We've given you windshield wipers. We've given you the rockets that took mankind to the moon. We've given you the Super Soaker. We've given you Forrest Gump. We've given you Mardi Gras. Sorry, Louisiana. We've got the rock and roll song that you are most likely to hear on all 7 continents, Sweet Home Alabama. We've given you the best college football in America, Roll Tide. Oh, and War Eagle from the other college across the state. Also, good luck joining the SEC, Texas and Oklahoma. Good luck,
Time's
suckers.
up. Admitted to the Union March 15th, 1820, the Pine Tree State, Maine.
Maine, celebrating 350 years of militia.
We call Maine our home. Lobster's our thing. Paul Bunyan's our mascot. Vacation land's got a good ring. Khakis describe our pants or what we use to start our car, but don't let that fool you. We drive better than anyone from Massachusetts by far. We wake up to the nation's sunrise. Blueberries and milk for breakfast is a thing. We drink coffee brandy at night. It really makes the women sing. Our northern part is home to potatoes, and a lot of people snowmobile there. Some people think we're all hillbillies, while some in western Maine are, to be fair. We're the only state pronounced with one syllable, and the only to share a border with one state. You may think we're simple, but we invented donut holes, and those are pretty great. Our engineers built the Hoover Dam, which is probably supplying power here tonight. And after you try our maple candies, you can tell Vermont ours are just right. The only thing left to mention is our National Guard, and we all know maniacs offload gas the best by far.
Admitted to the Union August 10th, 1821, the Show Me State, Missouri.
The Show Me State. I'll apologize up front. We don't have cherry mash to throw tonight, and they wouldn't allow us to throw Budweiser. But come see us in 61808 in Delano and have some cold Bud Lights. The Show Me State, the 24th state of the Union. We're the home of the Pony Express out of St. Joseph, Missouri, so we pretty much invented Amazon. We've been hydrating soldiers for decades. St. Louis is the home of Anheuser-Busch, previous mention of Budweiser and Bud Light. We have great sports teams, the St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals, and the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. We're the home of Harry S. Truman, and Mark Twain, and the Gateway Arch. We're the heartland of the USA, the heartbeat in August. Missouri National Guard, we're always ready, always there. This is how we do it. Viva the Show Me State. We're bad. Missouri.
Admitted to the Union, June 15th, 1836. The natural state, Arkansas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bringing you greetings from the great natural state of Arkansas. From our rolling hills to our boiling springs. From our harvest fields to our powerful falls. There's plenty to love about Arkansas. If you love rice, yeah, we've got it. If you love corn, yeah, we've got it. For all your natural needs, we're the state to be. We also have diamonds and crystal and oil too. We also love hunting and fishing, and wine is our brew. So we have many of things, whether big or small, but now it's time for our famous hog claw. Woo! Pig suey! Woo! Pig suey! Woo! Pig suey! Razorbacks!
Admitted to the Union, January 26, 1837. The Wolverine State, Michigan.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Captain Cosman.
And this is Captain Ferris. We'd like to start off by just apologizing for the existence of the state of Ohio.
As proud Michiganders, it's our civic duty to inform everyone that the Great Lakes state is far above Ohio, both geographically and literally. Our Adjutant General's out there somewhere, Major General Paul Rogers, the Area 5 TAG rep, newly re-elected today.
Also, shout out to Jeff Frisbee, our new executive director who's been around about a year, and he's done some great stuff for NAGM.
We've got over 50 members in attendance this week. Let's hear it, Michigangsters!
In the last 18 months, the Michigan National Guard's been busy responding to floods, riots, Mars exploration missions, a pandemic, and responding to our nation's capital.
I'm not sure about that Mars thing. That might have been Tesla. Come visit us and our super cool neighbors to the south. That's Indiana, not Ohio. In the biggest
and the best
suite in all of Mandalay Bay, on the 61st floor of the Delano Tower.
Lastly, we're excited to host you all in Detroit at NGAUS 2024.
The year the company grade officer will be the biggest
and the best
conference ever.
Admitted to the Union, March 3rd, 1845. The Sunshine State, Florida.
We are the Florida National Guard, led by Major General James Eifert, our Adjutant General. With more than 11,500 soldiers and airmen, we are the site of the first muster of citizen soldiers back in 1565. Sorry, Massachusetts. We are home of the Walt Disney World, celebrating its 50th birthday this October. Home of 2 consecutive Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, and your 2020 Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just call it Tampa Bay, baby. We are birthplace of NASCAR, Gatorade, air conditioning, suntan lotion, and the first commercial flight. The first citrus seeds planted in 1543 by Ponce de Leon. Our famous foods include key lime pie, oranges, Cuban sandwiches, Tatel pepper hot sauce. We have some of the oldest buildings in the U.S. in St. Augustine, the oldest wooden schoolhouse in 1714, and the Cathedral Basilica in 1794. We live where you vacation. We are Florida, and we are in the house!
Admitted to the Union, December 29th, 1845. The Lone Star State, Texas.
Howdy, y'all. A wise man once said, if a man's from Texas, he'll tell you. If not, why embarrass him by asking? Texas, the Lone Star State, it's huge. You can travel the world and never leave outside our borders. You can come to Texas and visit Paris, Rome, Germany, Italy, Mexico. The King Ranch in Texas is bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island. Texas, famous for the barbecue, the Alamo, live music. Our passion for football, high speed limits, hot temperatures, and the best National Guard in the United States. Texas is home to the first female Adjutant General of Texas, Major General Tracy Norris, and home to the Command Sergeant Major of the Army, National Guard, Command Sergeant Major John F. Sampa. Texas is present today with 27 attendees and attitudes to match the size of our state. I'll end with a quote from the legendary Texas hero, Davy Crockett. You may all go to hell, I'll go to Texas.
Admitted to the Union December 28, 1846, the Hawkeye State, Iowa.
Is this heaven? That was horrible. All right, we had a Field of Dreams game, and it was pretty amazing. It was the first time an MLB game was played in the state. Stay tuned for next year's game. Each year we contend as the national and global leader in agriculture. We're ranked #1 in production of hogs, corn, eggs, and soybeans. We're the nation's leading consumer of Busch Light, and we'll contend in any cornhole game. We're one of the greatest state fairs in the country. We have more golf courses per capita than any other state. We breed NFL linemen, linebackers, and tight ends like it's our job. And we have some of the nicest and respectful people in the country, is why we're coined as Iowa Nice. Don't just fly over or drive through, come see what Iowa is all about. We are the Hawkeye State. Let's go!
Admitted to the Union May 29, 1848, the Badger State, Wisconsin.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Wisconsin Minute. I hope you have your Miller Lights because the rambling, gambling man's about to start. Welcome to Las Vegas, where COVID-19's alive and living there, guy. Holy cats, Delta is looming there. 6 feet there, guy. And if you can't do it, put a Chicago Bears jersey on. They'll stay 6 foot from you, all right? All right. Let's get this roll call done real quick once. Wisconsin, the 30th state in the union. 30, like the percentage of membership that Colorado has. Oh, my gosh. Wisconsin, home to 15,000 lakes. Now these real lakes there, folks, not those puddles the Minnesotans are counting. Cripes! Wisconsin, home to the prettiest creature in the land, the Wisconsin dairy cow. Oh, we even named the beers after them. Spotted Cow, eh? Come to the Luxor for a chance to taste it. 28th floor. You know the big triangle-shaped deer blind back there? All right, keep her moving. And finally, you betcha, Wisconsin, home to the champs, the Bucks. Bucks in 6. Well, I hope this was the best minute of your life, and as always, go Packers.
Admitted to the Union September 5th, 1850, the Golden State, California.
California's been so busy helping our communities, providing shots, the vaccinations. Our Army and Air Guard have been so busy killing California fires. And California is definitely in the house. We have very few here. They're too busy.
Admitted to the Union May 11th, 1858, the North Star State, Minnesota.
Greetings from Minnesota, the nation's 32nd state, but a state of many military firsts. Minnesota was the first state in the Union to offer troops to President Lincoln for the defense of the Union. The first Minnesota held the line at Gettysburg not once, but twice, and suffered more casualties than any other Union Army unit in the Civil War. To the last man. The Minnesota Air National Guard's 133rd Airlift Wing was the first federally recognized flight unit in the National Guard. Our 34th Infantry Division holds the distinction of being the first Army division deployed in the European theater in World War II and served more consecutive days in World War II combat than any unit in history. It was second only to the 32nd Infantry Division for total days of combat. Red Bulls! The Minnesota National Guard's 194th Tank Battalion was the first National Guard unit deployed to the Pacific Theater and saw first U.S. ground combat action in the Philippine Islands just before the attack on Pearl Harbor. The same unit now, the 1st Battalion, 194th Combined Arms.
Admitted to the Union February 14th, 1859, the Beaver State, Oregon.
Ladies and gentlemen and fellow Guards people, Oregon, where the wine flows freely, and in Portland, so does the pepper spray, where 420 means more than just an MOS. Oregon, from summit to sea and everything in between, proving time and time again it's where Californians really want to be. But But really, please stop moving here. Oregon, where our history is so well known that we have our own trail, and on it, many of you have died of dysentery. Oregon, the home of the Filbert Nut, great hops, the microbrew capital of America, home of Nike and the Olympic trials. Oregon, where we gave our host state Nevada, Marcus Mariota, thank you Hawaii, to the Raiders so they could finally have a winning season, but not over the Chargers because that's just hard. Oregon, where our guard keeps answering the blinking phone for every mission thrown our way, from the biggest wildfires, from OIF to state mental hospitals. And the last one, I think we got 4 new recruits. Home of the premier F-15.
Admitted to the Union January 29th, 1861, the Sunflower State, Kansas.
Hello, 143rd NGAUS Conference. The Kansas delegation would like to say hello by a rousing refrain of our state song, Home on the Range. Sing along if you know the words. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word and the sky is not cloudy all day. The 54 delegates of Kansas are excited to be here. Kansas proud.
Admitted to the Union June 20th, 1863, the Mountain State, West Virginia.
West Virginia became a state after the Wheeling Conventions of 1861 at the start of the American Civil War. And as she stated, West Virginia was admitted to the Union on 20 June 1863. The great state of West by God, Virginia, is noted for its mountains and rolling hills, and it's known for a wide range of outdoor recreational activities, including skiing, whitewater rafting, fishing, hiking, backpacking, mountain biking, rock climbing, and hunting. But it's really known for country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
Admitted to the Union October 31st, 1864, the Sagebrush State, Nevada.
Welcome to Nevada. And just to be clear, it's pronounced Nevada, not Nevada. The Silver State, the Battle-Born State. It is the home of the beautiful Lake Tahoe, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the home of the best Army National Guard recruiter in the entire nation. Birthplace of jeans, home to Mark Twain, the Hoover Dam, and the most mountain ranges in the United States. Nevada, where Las Vegas, within its millions of flights, is considered the brightest spot on earth, the gambling, entertainment, and marriage capital of the world. Seriously, why tour the world when all you have to do is visit Las Vegas and see all the highlights in one location? Nevada is also the only place I know where money really talks. It says goodbye. And one last piece of advice, while it is impossible to change your luck, you can always change the machine you are at. We look forward to seeing all of you in August 2023 in the biggest little city of the world, Reno, Nevada. Nevada in the house.
Admitted to the Union March 1st, 1867, the Cornhusker State, Nebraska.
Woo! Okay, we are known for Fort Robinson, Chimney Rock, Carhenge, the unicameral, and the largest mammal fossil. We have more miles of river than any other state and the world's best zoo with the largest indoor rainforest. You will see sandhill cranes along the Platte River and meadowlarks flying over goldenrod fields. The Cornhusker State, or the Beef State, we are home of Arbor Day and the Good Life. We created the 911 system, Kool-Aid, Omaha Steaks, the Runza, and Baker's Chocolate. We are home to Willa Cather, Warren Buffett, and President Gerald Ford. We host the College World Series and the world's largest Kolache Festival. With one of the biggest weight rooms in America and the most academic football All-Americans, it's no surprise you will hear from Memorial Stadium every Saturday the booming thunder of Go Big Red!
Admitted to the Union August 1st, 1876, the Centennial State, Colorado.
Hey all, Colorado is the best state in the Union, and I've got a couple of quick facts to prove it. We enjoy over 300 days of sunshine each year. We're home of the mile-high city, Denver. Our Capitol building sits at exactly 1 mile high. We have the world's highest suspension bridge over the Royal Gorge, the highest paved road over Mount Evans. We have the highest incorporated city, Leadville, sitting at 10,152 feet. We have the most mountains, over 14,000 feet, counting in at 58. Colorado has the highest mean altitude of any other state. We also have the highest population since marijuana was legalized in 2012.
America the Beautiful, Purple Mountain Majesty was written about Pikes Peak. We have the best skiing, snowboarding in the world at Aspen, Vail, Keystone, Breckenridge, and more in the winter. Some of our best hiking, biking, rafting, camping, and hunting in the spring, summer, and fall at all of our beautiful parks. Colorado is home of Coors, New Belgium, and 400 other breweries. It's also the home of Denver Broncos, Nuggets, Avalanche, and Rockies, so you know we like to play hard. If you want to come and experience some Rocky Mountain vibes, come visit us and snag one of our sweet Colorado pins.
Admitted to the
Thanks, y'all.
Union November 2nd, 1889, the Coyote State, South Dakota.
I'm up. What up, Vegas? What up? South Dakota in the house. I'd like to say we're represented here by 46 attendees. California, don't worry, we got you. And those of you who don't know where we're sitting up here in the 100% Club, South Dakota. All right. So I'll start off by saying we're definitely the better of the two Dakotas. We had a quick swap there. And everybody knows our governor, Nome. Right on, Nome. Where freedom is truly free. Okay. State animal is the coyote. State bird is the Chinese ringneck pheasant. And yes, we take pride in hunting both of those animals. So thank you. State fish is the walleye. State sport is the rodeo. A couple of famous people from South Dakota, Tom Daschle, Herbert Humphrey. Who else we got here? Terry Redlin, Laura Ingalls Wilder, Oscar Howe, Mike Miller, Chad Greenway, all good people. Some products that you know from South Dakota, Jack Link's beef jerky, everybody loves it. South Dakota is home to the world's only corn palace, Sturgis Bike Rally, Mount Rushmore, the Badlands National Park, 101 section, yeah!
To the Union November 2nd, 1889, the Peace Garden, North Dakota.
In the words of Merriam-Webster, North Dakota, widely considered the better of the Dakotas, is a state rich in culture resources, residing in the upper Midwest along the Canadian border. The fourth smallest state by population, punches above its weight class. Feeds the world with wheat, bean, pea, and honey. Production powers the nation with over 800 years of remaining lignite coal, the second largest crude oil reserves, and unfortunately way too much wind. Home to American treasures Angie Dickinson, Phil Jackson, Roger Maris, Louis L'Amour, Josh Duhamel, and Wiz Khalifa. A patriotic state with the 5th highest concentration of military members per capita, more than South Dakota. North Dakota State Bison football, 16 national championships, South Dakota none. University of North Dakota, formerly Fighting Sioux hockey, 8 national championships, South Dakota, again none. Nefla, walleye, hot dish lefts, the Dots pretzels, I think you get the picture. As Merriam-Webster so eloquently concluded, the better Dakota. Sorry, South Dakota.
Admitted to the Union November 8th, 1889, the Treasure State, Montana.
Well, I gotta say, this is what you get when you put a Woj in charge of a speech. So you get what you pay for. Montana, where the bison roam and the tourists won't go home. Talking about you, California, I hear Oregon is nice. Kentucky, we appreciate your bourbon a lot. Ours is better. Big Sky Country has lots of beautiful mountains. Please come enjoy our Made in Montana toffee that's getting thrown out right now. Feel free to visit Glacier National Park, fish our world-renowned fly fishing rivers. Please come hunt, ski, and play. Just don't stay.
Admitted to the Union November 11th, 1889, the Evergreen State, Washington.
Washington, famous for its buzzing music and technology scene, is covered more than 50% by forests, earning its nickname the Evergreen State. We are home to the iconic 1962 World Fair Space Needle, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, Boeing, Amazon, Microsoft, and as every coffee drinker knows, Starbucks. No other state in the U.S. can match the beer-drinking vigor of the people of Washington. We boast over 470 breweries and distilleries and produce over 70% of the world's hops. Oregon and Idaho, I'm sorry, you lose. As a matter of fact, we even have laws making it illegal to break another person's beer bottle without their written consent. We are home to the championship sports teams such as the Seattle Seahawks, Sounders FC Soccer, and WNBA Storm. Washington gave the world Jimi Hendrix, Heart, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, Nirvana, and the entire grunge scene. And the first nest of murder hornets. You're welcome. And if that wasn't enough, in 2021, U.S. News rated the best states in the U.S., and for the second time, and remaining undisputed champion in the U.S., Washington!
Admitted to the Union, July 3rd, 1890, the Gem State, Idaho.
Well, thanks for that. After standing through 42 of these, I know you've been there, done that, and heard it all one too many times. So get off the main road and venture to Idaho. We're a misunderstood state when not being confused with Iowa. We're the brunt of a bad potato joke. Though true, we grow more spuds than anywhere else. We go beyond russets, way beyond. Idaho is situated along the Continental Divide and the Snake River Valley. It is the host to some of the most rugged and diverse terrain in the country. Between the state's lake region, ag areas, and mountains, it doesn't get much more scenic and varied than the Gem of the Rockies. We're home to the largest roadless area in the lower 48, and over 60% of the state is public land, making it a landmark destination for sportsmen worldwide. Juxtaposing Idaho's remote wilderness and fertile farmland are some of the most thriving urban areas in the nation. Boise has a relaxed and cool vibe for the fastest growing city in the country. Thanks, California. The City of Trees has an exciting entertainment scene. It's full of microbreweries, pubs, and farm-to-table restaurants. And yes, we have a blue football field. If you're tired of the same old, offered by the other 53, come to Idaho.
July 10th, 1890, the Equality State, Wyoming.
All right, Cowboys in the house! All right. We came in 1890, but we were the first ones to give women's rights. So ladies, save a horse, ride a cowboy. If you guys haven't tried it, Wyoming whiskey is some of the best whiskey out there, made locally in Kirby, Wyoming. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. We'll continue to ride. Least of all, we are the least populated state. Well, I'll tell you what, we're the best prepared for the zombie apocalypse because we have the highest gun ownership in the Union. So bring it on. And as of right now, you can still come out and get a hunting license for jackalope because we've got probably more than those than we do actually cattle. Cattle, it's 2.4 per every person, so I'll bet you what, Texas, sorry, but we got the best steaks around. All right, so for the Wyoming Air Guard, we got the MAFS unit, one of 4 in the entire nation, so we always go and fight fires every single year. California, thanks for keeping us employed. All right, and because we are the least populated state, we only have 1 area code, so
Time's up.
Call us up.
Admitted to the Union, January 4th, 1896, the Beehive State, Utah.
The Beehive State, represented by 24 delegates here today. Utah is named after one of its 8 tribal nations and the official mascot of the University of Utah. Go Utes! Pioneers first came to Utah in 1847, and people just keep coming. Thanks, California. Utah is the nation's fastest growing state, largely mandated to each man having to have 10 wives, but a 1-bedroom, 1-half-bath shack is now $499,000, so if you want to come. Even with the nation's lowest legal BAC level, we still have some of the best breweries in the nation. We're one of the 5 fittest states in the nation. Senator Jake Garn was the first sitting member of Congress to go to space and was also a general in the Utah Air National Guard. We're home to the Utah Jazz, the teams that consistently disappoints at the NBA Finals. We have the greatest snow on earth. Sorry, Colorado. We have 13 ski resorts, and we hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics. We have 18 mountain peaks over 11,000 feet. We have Sundance Film Festival, 5 Medal of Honor recipients, 5 national parks, 7 national monuments to the best mountain biking and skiing and climbing in the world.
Admitted to the Union, November 16th, 1907, the Sooner State, Oklahoma.
We are Cowboys, go Pokes, and we are Boomer Sooners, future SEC champions, with a little hurricane to be found and a touch of the thunder. Thanks, Washington. We are mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, white collar, blue collar, and a whole lot of no collar workers. We are waving wheat, tally pine trees, plains in the west, mountains in the east, long windy roads and sunsets that never end.
We remember the fallen and hold our families tight. We are the soldiers and the airmen. We are Oklahoma.
Admitted to the Union January 6, 1912, land of enchantment, New Mexico.
Wait for it. That's right. That's Breaking Bad. I know y'all have seen it. We got all the awards. Where George R.R. Martin chose to land his dragons in the highest capital in the U.S. Sorry, Colorado. We're also the self-proclaimed lowrider capital of the world. Thank you. The real chili capital of the United States, where we have the hardest decision of choosing red or green chili. We also have a couple fighters you might know about. Yeah, that's Netflix, NBC. They're coming over too. Bye, California. And also home of the International Balloon Fiesta, where we set the Guinness Book of World Records for the most airborne hot air balloons in the world. New Mexico! Siempre adelante!
Admitted to the Union February 14, 1912, the Grand Canyon State, Arizona.
Future Senator McGuire, it's great to be here. Some quick facts for everybody else in the room. Arizona is so big that we can fit Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont in our borders. And believe me, I'm also a Border Patrol agent, and I can testify that our borders are wide open. Known as the Grand Canyon State and the Copper State, Arizona is extremely competitive in nature. We may not have won the 2021 NBA Finals, but we did easily defeat King James. You're welcome, Wisconsin. Home to the only natural wonder of the world located in the United States, the Grand Canyon, and the largest copper-producing state in the Union. Tombstone, the town too tough to die, where you can still drink whiskey and brothels and see a shootout safely. Arizona has the best Mexican food in the United States. It's no wonder why so many Californians are moving in, or is that your taxes? Since 1888, Prescott, Arizona has hosted the world's oldest rodeo, beating out any other state that may claim to be Western. Arizona is a leader among states, giving women the right to vote 8 years before national suffrage was enacted. Finally, we are home to over 6,500 of the finest Army and Air National Guardsmen and women in the world has ever seen.
Admitted to the Union January 3rd, 1959, the last frontier, Alaska.
The state song to sum it up. 8 stars of gold on a field of blue, Alaska's flag, may it mean to you the blue of the sea, the evening sky, the mountain lakes and the flowers nearby, the gold of the early sourdough streams, the precious gold of the hills and streams, the brilliant stars in the northern sky, the bear, the dipper, and shining high, the great North Star with its steady light, o'er land and sea, a beacon bright. Alaska's flag to Alaskans dear, a simple flag of the last frontier.
Admitted to the Union August 21st, 1959, the Aloha State, Hawaii.
Aloha! From the beaches of Waikiki to the volcanoes of the Big Island, home to the invention of modern-day surfing and surf legends like Duke Kahanamoku and Olympic surf gold medalist Carissa Moore. Hawaii National Guard Association is present in its consecutive 22nd year of 100% membership and support to NGAUS. An integral part of our diverse culture is the nurturing of the Ohana or family. As our National Guard Ohana, we leave you with a short gift of our very own Captain Alvy Thomas, a gift of hula that speaks about just being present with one another and enjoying the company of those who work alongside of you, our brothers and sisters in arms. Mahalo and aloha!
Our nation's capital, the District of Columbia.
Thanks to Las Vegas, Nevada for hosting this year. Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. until it reaches Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. DC is the home of every president. Hey, states, can y'all say that? I didn't think so. On another note, DC has had a trying year with COVID-19, the inauguration, the Operation Capital Response, where DC hosted over 26,500 service members, thanks to all the states and territories that supported this mission. Finally, DC, protecting the capital and defending the nation since 1802, has brought 27 service members and families. DC is definitely in the house.
One is his name, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico.
After a century of Spanish rule, Puerto Rico became a territory of the United States. Yes, the most beautiful island in the Caribbean, famous by its beaches, historical site, and a strategic location of tourism and hurricanes. We are very proud to be the only National Guard so far supporting aid relief efforts in Haiti. Puerto Rico is also known by its impressive rainforest and its dry forest. We have 5 Miss Universe, 5 Olympic gold medalists happen to be female. We have the loud coquille, the beautiful Fort of the Maga, the greatest green parrot, and the impressive Moro Fortress. Puerto Rico, known by its Thousand Eyes, Bad Bunny, Piña Colada, Don't Q Rum. Please join us at the Delano Suite, 61903. Siempre presente.
The island of steel drums, the U.S. Virgin Islands.
The Virgin Islands, home of boxing champions, Sugar Ray Seals, the only American to win a gold medal in the 1972 Olympics, Julian Jackson, WBA super middleweight champion, WBC middleweight champion, and International Boxing Hall of Famer, Emil Griffith, junior middleweight champion and welterweight champion, and International Boxing Hall of Famer. And don't forget, the Virgin Islands is the birthplace of Timothy Duncan, one of the greatest power forward in the NBA history. The Virgin Islands, where we're leading the pack of the 100% state with 125%. The Virgin Islands is in the house. God bless.
And finally, where America's Day begins, Guam.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for saving the best for last. Half a day from the beautiful island of Guam, the land of the Chamorro people, we are where America's Day begins. Patriotism is embedded in our island culture, with 1,600 men and women currently serving in the Army and Air National Guard. A proud U.S. territory, we come from 212 square miles of tropical fun in the sun. Home to a population of 170,000, Guam is the best kept secret the United States has that everyone knows about. A small island with the biggest strategic punch. Furthest American soil to the west, tip of the spear to the east. We are the forward edge. In case you were wondering, we do use U.S. currency, and our president is the same as yours. Si Duas Ma'asi, God bless America, and God bless Guam. The Guam National Guard is all in for America's defense.